You know, both of them is very hungry. They put on a statement. You know, Jamel is feeling like, you know, his back is against the wall. And Shakur, he's looking to take over boxing. So, you know, you got two fighters that got a lot to gain in this fight. And it's all going to all show here tonight.
When you put these two guys together, you know them well, what do you think we're going to know about them? What are we going to walk away saying that we don't know now that you maybe already know?
Well, you know, you're going to know two things. You know, you're gonna ask yourself, if Jamel put on a hell of a performance, you're gonna ask yourself, is Shakur Stevenson real, as he say he is, which I believe he is. And you know, all the questions about Jamel quitting in the previous fights and do he still got dog in him, you know, it's going to be answered today if that's the type of fight that's going to happen tonight.
We could well wind up with a kind of fight where whatever the outcome, both guys get bigger.
Right.
Less than a month away from your much anticipated fight with Shawn Porter, people say, oh, this is your toughest test, this is your toughest test. Is it? Do you think of it that way?
On paper, it is my toughest test. You know, Shawn Porter has been in the ring with all the champions and everybody in the welterweight division except Manny Pacquiao. You know, so this is a big fight. You know, he does have a lot of experience. Shawn Porter has tremendous talent, skills, you know, and he's going to come to fight November 20th, and we're going to be prepared for it.
What does Shawn Porter do best?
He make fights, you know, ugly. That's what he do best. You know, he got a style of winning, you know, by any means necessary. You know, if he got to go in there and stink it up just to get the victory, he's going to stink it up to get the victory. And that's something that somebody that you got to worry about, because he's going to do everything in his possible will to win the fight.
I know you got that super boxing computer up there. Where do you see him as being vulnerable?
Well, you know, we're going to have to, you know what I mean, see you come fight time.
I know you see something, man. I need to tell me.
Well, it's different, you know, because me as a fighter, you know, a lot of people on the outside looking in, they can say, oh, well, I see this and see that in them, and I can exploit this, or I can do this type of offense or defense on Terence Crawford, and when they get in the ring with me, it's something totally different. So being in the ring and seeing something outside is two different things.
What kind of fight in your gut are you expecting?
I don't know. Like I said, Shawn Porter can box, he can brawl, he can mix it up, you know, so we just preparing for whatever Shawn Porter brings to the table November 20th.
To me, you're the best finisher in the game. He's never been stopped. Can you stop him?
If it's there, then yes. If it's not, as long as I get the victory.
Do you think there's a likelihood of that?
A what?
A likelihood. Do you think there's a good chance of that happening?
I don't know. You know, Shawn Porter never been stopped. He's very tough. He never been on a break of being stopped. So, you know, for me to be in that position to be able to stop Shawn Porter, then that wouldn't do nothing but boost my, you know, status as best pound for pound fighter in the world.
We talk a lot about best fighting the best, and you haven't been allowed that chance at this division. A lot of it's because of economics, business, whatever. But the truth is, what are people going to walk away from this fight saying about Terence Crawford?
Well, I think this fight is really going to show, you know, the caliber of fighter that I am, and the skill set that I am on, and they're going to look at me and say, oh, well, this is the reason why certain fights haven't been manifesting and coming to fruition, because he's that good.
In other words, this is why people weren't fighting you.
Right.
And on the other hand, I guess you also want people to say, this is why Terence Crawford should be regarded as the best fighter in the world.
Right, hands down. I feel like, you know, this is a fight that I can make a huge statement in the welterweight division, because that's the only thing that everybody say is at welterweight. What have you done in welterweight? Well, welterweight this, welterweight that. So, you know, this is one of the top welterweights that I'm facing, and I feel like this is my time to show the world who Terence Crawford really is in the welterweight division.
I can't wait for this. Thank you, Champ, for coming by. More fights to come.